do say 15 minutes of it or so. Let's do a little bit of breathing. So fingers to thumbs. That's stimulating the lung channel. And step to your right. Let's have a big in-breath. Breathing out as you shift back, and then to your left. Same. So as you breathe in, I want you to sort of look up. As you breathe out, looking down. So the spine's on the move, it's flexing and extending. As you're breathing, you're shifting your weight forward onto the center of your foot. And then you're coming back onto your heel. And switching legs. So your hands are going down to the sides of the pelvis. And then up from there. Let's see if we get a stretch between the thumb and say your clavicle. Take as big an in-breath as you can without straining. And a nice full out breath. So you're meant to kind of ventilate the lungs. Let's do a couple more breaths on the side. And just stop there. Let's bring the fingertips together now at the center of the pelvis. I'm going to do the same kind of thing, step to the right. But I want you just to explode the fingers. So the center of the palm opens, that's an in-breath. Breathing out, gather the fingers to the center of pelvis. And this time let's take it slower. So consciously slowing down the in-breath and the out-breath without strain. One more breath. Great. Let's line up the arms with the floating ribs, so they're right down in the waist. I want you to curl over and then do this. And it's like you're opening those lower ribs. Take an in-breath as you extend. And breathing out as you come forward. Let's come up a rib each time. So it's a great way of opening the whole rib cage. It's quite full on actually. Letting go of intercostal tensions, holdings in the rib cage as a whole. So I'm up to about the 8th rib now. So obviously your hands just come more horizontal and higher. So we'll do 12 breaths, eh? One for each rib. Let's get into the top 3 or 4. So the hands are really mid to the top of the chest now. Coming into the top rib just by the clavicle there. Let's give it one more breath wherever you are. Go. Great, let's do a bit of shaking of the rib cage as a whole. This is fantastic for letting go of all that tensions between the ribs. And let's see if we can concentrate on the back of the rib cage actually. So just bring your awareness to all the rib heads, touching into the column. And the shake will just loosen things up. Let's do the whole thing for like 2 or 3 minutes, starting with the back of the rib cage. And then, like now-ish, we're going to go to the shoulder girdle. So you just make a slight shift in focus. And then you're letting go of the top of the rib cage. Let the arms go really heavy, like kind of weights, pendulums, just hanging by the flanks. And then let's bring our attention down the front of the rib cage now. So then go in that whole sternal area, the costal margin. Just letting the tension dissolve. And then letting that come to a stop. Okay, let's float the hands up. I'm going to point the fingertips to the zippy sternum. Let's part the curtains, let's open the curtains, that's the image. And then sink a little bit, come around in a circle, fingertips leading, you could sort of come up slightly higher in the, just above the zippy sternum open. So it's another rib cage opener, this time from the front. Just incrementally work your way up that sort of front line. You can synchronize the breath if you wish. Normally breathe in as you widen, but you don't need to. So coming into the upper sternum, the manubrium. We'll work our way up to the SC joints. Let's do a couple more of these movements right at the top, kind of across the clavicles, not quite going into the throat. Last one. As you come in, I just want you to bring your finger pads to the SC joints. You can find those knobbly bits on there. So let's touch in and just circle in one direction. It's kind of incredibly simple, but really useful. Let's go with these two joints in the clavicles. Let's do the opposite direction. And then let's slide the fingers along to the AC. Kind of somewhere there. Yeah, let's do the same again. A little bit tricky to get to. Reverse. It's like you're drawing circles with your elbows. And let that go. Awesome. Let's come into whole body. So we're going to just come under the feet. So we need to come up the length of the legs, palms looking up. Through the torso, head, just a kind of rising movement. Looking up slightly, and come down the flanks. Don't worry about your breath. Scoop under the feet. And again, an upward movement. Repeat it a few more times. Do one more. time you come down the sides, let's reverse it, so it's like you just go and touch the feet as it were and then come up the flanks. Let's come above the head, nice slow descending through the body, through the feet, into the ground, and repeat. So you get a sense of the longitudinal in you, length of the body, all the fascias, and this feeling of ground. A couple more repetitions. Then let's open the cavities. Let's kind of drop into the interior, open up to volume. In fact, as we come down this time, how about this? We come down to the eyes. I want you to pause there, turn the hands, push forwards. And what about this? Flatten the hands. I want you to invite the relationship to the horizon. Just widen them out nice and slow. So it's keeping your hands around the height of the eyes. Come back, let's reverse that. Turn the hands. Gather into the head and then go down. Right down through the feet again, come at the flanks. Let's come down a little bit further to the heart this time. I'm going to run the same kind of form, turn the hands, push, lead with the palms, flatten the hands, connect with the horizon, wide field, opening, and reverse. Turn the hands, gather in, and let's go down again. Through the feet, let's rise up through the flanks, gathering above the head. We're going to come down to the umbilicus this time. Turn the hands like we've done before, leave with the palms, flatten the hands, horizon, opening up to the horizon. And reversing, gathering to the umbilicus, to the feet. And I want us to repeat the whole sequence. So let's go to the top now. So the eyes, pushing forwards, horizon. Come down to the heart, horizon. Coming down to the umbilicus, horizon. As you bring the